Not every woman you date actually values you. I know that's not what most guys are told. You're raised to believe that if you just keep being nice, stay consistent, prove your worth, she'll eventually see it. But here's the honest truth, from a woman who's seen it, done it, and heard every excuse from her girlfriends. When a woman truly values a man, she doesn't play games. She shows up. She makes you feel like a priority. And when she doesn't value you, you feel confused, drained, like you're constantly trying to earn something that should already be yours. This video isn't about bashing women. It's about giving you the kind of clarity most guys don't get, because women rarely tell you what's really going on. Either because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or they just assume you'll figure it out. But you deserve better than guessing games. You deserve to know when a woman is showing you, through her actions, not her words, that she doesn't value you the way you should be valued. So, I'm going to break it down for you. As a woman, I'll tell you the exact behaviors that reveal when she's checked out emotionally, when she's using you, or when you're just her placeholder until someone better shows up. Some of this might sting a little, but if you're serious about protecting your time, your energy, and your heart, you need to hear this, because once you learn what these behaviors look like, you'll stop chasing the wrong women and start attracting the ones who actually respect you. 1. She's emotionally unavailable, but still keeps you around. Let me tell you something a lot of women won't admit. Sometimes we keep a man around even when we know we don't see a future with him. Not because we're evil, not because we're trying to hurt you, but because it's convenient, comfortable, emotionally safe. When a woman is emotionally unavailable, she'll keep you just close enough to feel wanted, but far enough that you never really get her. You'll feel like you're always trying to crack the code. 1 minute she's sweet, the next she's cold. You try harder, hoping to win her over, thinking maybe she just needs more time. But in her mind, she's already decided, you're not the one, you're just the one for now. I remember my friend Melissa. She had this guy who would do anything for her. He'd drive across town at midnight if she texted. He always asked how her day was, even sent flowers when she was stressed. And you know what she said to me? He's so sweet, but I just don't feel that way about him. And still, she kept him around for over a year. Why? Because he made her feel cared for, validated. Even if she wasn't giving that same energy back. That's what emotional unavailability looks like. She's not willing to open up to you, but she loves that you're open with her. She won't plan a future, but she'll still call when she's lonely. And because you're a good guy, you stay, hoping it will change. But it won't. If she truly valued you, she'd want to connect deeply. She wouldn't shut down when you try to get close. She wouldn't leave you confused about where you stand. A woman who values you wants to be emotionally present, not just physically there. So pay attention. If you always feel like you're chasing her heart and she's giving you breadcrumbs in return, she doesn't value you. She values the attention. 2. Her effort is convenient, not consistent. Here's a secret most women won't say out loud. When we really value a man, we make time, not excuses. So if she only calls when she's bored, if she only replies when it's easy, if she's only sweet when she needs something, you're not being valued, you're being used. Now I know you probably don't want to believe that. A lot of men think they're just being patient, that she's busy, that she's just going through something. But here's the truth. Consistency reveals value. If her effort is inconsistent, it's because her interest is too. Women prioritize what we care about. If she can spend an hour scrolling Instagram but didn't have time to text you back all day, that's a choice. If she can go out with her friends 3 nights in a row but can't find a single evening for you in 2 weeks, that's not bad timing, that's low effort. And low effort equals low value. But here's what makes it tricky. She won't ghost you completely. She'll sprinkle in just enough effort to keep you hopeful. A sweet message here, a flirty comment there. Maybe she finally initiates a date after 2 weeks of silence. That hot and cold cycle keeps you hooked. You think, well, maybe she's just not good at texting, or she's probably dealing with something personal. You make excuses for her instead of reading what her behavior is actually telling you. Women know when they're into a man. We don't need to be convinced. We don't need months of testing or space to decide. If we want you, we show up, and not just when it's convenient. So ask yourself this: is her effort consistent? Or does it depend on her mood, her schedule, or how bored she is that day? If it's the second one, then she's not valuing you. She's managing you, and you deserve more than being managed. You deserve to be chosen fully, clearly, and consistently. 3. She rarely asks about you. Let me break this down simply. A woman who values a man is curious about him. She wants to know how his day went, what he's excited about, what's been on his mind. She's not just interested in talking. She's interested in connecting. So if you're always the one asking how she feels, how her day went, what's going on in her life, and she never mirrors that energy back, that's a huge sign she doesn't value you. Women can talk. We're great at it. But there's a difference between a woman who's just using you as an emotional outlet and one who's genuinely interested in who you are. If every conversation revolves around her problems, her work, her stress, and she barely asks a single thing about you, that's not intimacy. That's self-absorption. Here's the reality. When a woman likes you, she wants to learn you. She wants to know what makes you tick, what you've been through, what you're passionate about. She'll remember little details you mentioned weeks ago because she's actually listening. That's what real value looks like. Active interest. But if she's constantly distracted, gives short responses when you open up, or changes the subject when you try to share something meaningful, she's not seeing you as someone she needs to understand. She's seeing you as someone who's just there. And look, I'm not saying every woman needs to ask you 20 questions on every date. But if you consistently feel like a background character in your own relationship, that's not love. That's neglect. A woman who values you sees your mind, your heart, your story, and she wants to be part of it. Anything less than that, she's not really into you. And deep down, you know it. 4. You're always initiating everything. Let's talk about initiative, because it says more than words ever could. If you're the one constantly reaching out, the one always texting first, the one always planning the dates, making the effort, checking in, following up, then I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are doing the work of 2 people. And that's a red flag. When a woman truly values a man, she doesn't wait to be chased every time. She doesn't just receive energy, she gives it back. And no, it's not just about who texts first or who makes plans. It's about reciprocity. A woman who cares about you will want to stay connected. She'll think about you. She'll miss you. She'll ask how your day is going without waiting for you to ask first. She won't always leave the ball in your court. And if she does, if you find yourself carrying the entire relationship on your back, then you need to understand what that means. It means she's not meeting you halfway. It means she sees you more as an option than a priority. And here's where a lot of good men get stuck. You think that if you just keep showing up, if you keep being dependable, thoughtful, patient, eventually she'll see your value. But the truth is, your effort won't fix her indifference. Women aren't blind to who's treating them well. We know. We see it. We just don't always feel the same way. So we let you keep doing the work because it's easier than ending things. But that's not love. That's convenience. And convenience is not what you want to build a relationship on. Think about it. Does she ever call just because she wants to hear your voice? Does she ever send the first good morning text? Has she ever made plans for you without you having to suggest it? If the answer is always no, then ask yourself this. If you stopped reaching out, would the connection even exist? If she truly values you, she's going to make that known. You won't have to keep proving yourself. You won't have to be the one driving everything forward. Because relationships don't thrive on one-sided energy. They thrive on mutual interest. So if you're always initiating, always giving, always hoping she'll return the energy, that's not partnership. That's you doing all the work while she just enjoys the ride. And eventually, you'll get tired. You'll burn out. You'll start wondering why nothing feels good anymore, even though you're trying so hard. The answer is simple. You're investing in someone who isn't investing in you. 5. Her words say I like you, but her actions say not really. You've probably heard this before. I really like you. I'm just not ready for something serious. Or maybe, I care about you, but I need to focus on myself right now. Sounds familiar, right? Those words feel honest on the surface. They sound like emotional maturity. But let's be real. If her actions aren't matching her words, then what she's really saying is, I like having you around, but I don't actually want to invest in this, and you can feel it, even if you don't want to admit it yet. I remember a guy I dated in my mid-20s. Let's call him Marcus. He was solid. Good job, good heart, emotionally available. He'd call me just to check in, plan real dates, ask about my family. I liked him, but not enough to fully commit. So what did I do? I told him I needed to take things slow, that I wasn't sure what I wanted. But I still kept texting him, still let him take me out, still leaned on him when I felt lonely, because having him around made me feel safe, even though I had no intention of building a future with him. And you know what? I wasn't lying when I said I liked him. I did, but I didn't value him enough to show it through consistent actions. I didn't prioritize him. I didn't make sacrifices for him. I didn't think twice about canceling plans if something better came along. Why? Because I wasn't emotionally invested. The truth is, when a woman really values a man, she doesn't hide behind vague phrases or mixed signals. She shows it. You won't feel like you're constantly trying to decode her. You won't be clinging to her words and ignoring her patterns. If she says she cares but disappears for days, if she tells you she misses you but always seems too busy to meet up, if she talks about how much she likes you but keeps you stuck in this weird emotional limbo, it's time to stop listening to her mouth and start watching her moves. Because a woman's actions tell the truth, even when her words don't. And listen, she might like you. But liking you doesn't mean she values you. It doesn't mean she's building something with you. And it definitely doesn't mean you should stick around waiting for her to change. When a woman values you, her words and actions match. Always. No confusion, no games, no guessing. So if what she says and what she does aren't lining up, believe the actions. Every time. 6. She only shows up when she needs something. Let me be straight with you on this. If the only time you hear from her is when she wants something, you're not her man. You're her convenience. It might come in subtle ways. She texts you when she's bored, calls you when she's upset, wants to hang out when she's lonely, stressed, or between situations. Maybe she leans on you for emotional support, favors, help with something, or even money. But when you need her, she's suddenly unavailable, too busy, or doesn't respond at all. That is not a woman who values you. That's a woman who's using you, even if she doesn't realize it. See, here's what a lot of women are good at: maintaining access. We'll keep certain men in our lives not because we're building something real with them, but because they're useful. Because they make us feel safe, validated, supported, without us having to give that same energy back. And here's the harsh truth most guys don't want to face. If she only reaches out when she's in a tough spot, if she only responds when she's feeling lonely or vulnerable, if she disappears for days and then comes back sweet and friendly when she needs something, she's not emotionally connected to you. She's emotionally attached to what you do for her. Let's be clear. Relationships are about mutual exchange. That doesn't mean it's transactional. It means there's balance. Sometimes you carry her. Sometimes she carries you. That's what real partnership looks like. But when the dynamic is always one-sided, when she only appears when there's a problem, a need, a gap in her life, and you're the one who fills it, that's not a woman who sees your worth. That's someone who sees your availability and uses it. A woman who values you shows up for you, not just for what you provide. She doesn't vanish until she's in crisis. She stays connected. She checks in. She supports you too, even if you don't ask for it. If she can be emotionally present when she needs to vent, but disappears when you need to be heard, it's one-sided. If she wants your time when she's feeling down, but is always too tired or distracted when it's about you, it's one-sided. And one-sided effort is not affection. It's convenience. So ask yourself, does she show up when things are good, not just when they're hard? Does she give, or does she just take? If the pattern is all about her needs and never about you, then it's not love. It's not care. It's access. And the sooner you stop giving unlimited access to someone who only dials in when it benefits her, the sooner you make room for a woman who actually values you, not just what you offer. 7. You feel like a backup plan, not a priority. If you've been feeling like something's off, like you're always on standby, like she only pays attention when her other plans fall through, then I need you to hear this. You're not her man. You're her backup plan. And I know that's hard to admit, but deep down, you've already felt it. You've seen how she acts when it's convenient for her, how she keeps you close enough to not fully lose you, but never fully chooses you. You're not confused because she's complex. You're confused because you're ignoring what her actions are screaming. Let me say this as clearly as I can. Women don't accidentally treat a man like an option. We know exactly what we're doing. If she truly wanted to be with you, you would know. You wouldn't have to overthink every interaction. You wouldn't be guessing if she likes you today or if she's just bored. You wouldn't feel this constant low-level anxiety, this ache in your chest that tells you something isn't right. That feeling? That's your gut trying to wake you up. You're not crazy, you're not needy, you're not asking for too much. You're just investing in someone who's not investing back. And that's the slowest, most painful way to break your own heart. And here's the other side of this. You're allowing it. Every time you ignore your instincts, every time you excuse her distance, every time you convince yourself, maybe it'll change if I just stay patient, you're teaching her that you're okay with being second. Why would she choose you fully if she knows she doesn't have to? You're there. You're available. You're loyal. And she knows it. She knows she doesn't need to give you her best because you've been accepting her bare minimum. But the truth is, if a woman doesn't clearly make you feel like a priority, she's already made her decision. She's just hoping you won't make yours. So let this be your wake-up call. Stop begging for attention you should already be getting. Stop calling it love when it's really just emotional crumbs. Stop settling for the back seat when you deserve to be in the front. A woman who truly values you will not leave you confused. She will not keep you waiting. She will not let you feel like a backup. She will choose you loudly, clearly, without hesitation. And if that's not what you're getting from her, then stop giving her the privilege of having you in her life. Because your time, your energy, your love, that's not a consolation prize. It's a gift. And it should only go to someone who treats it like one. If she really wanted you, you wouldn't have to wonder, and I want you to sit with it. When a woman truly wants you, you won't feel confused. Confusion is not a sign of love, it's a sign of misalignment. A woman who values you doesn't leave you overthinking. She makes you feel secure, wanted, and chosen. No mixed signals, no games, no emotional roller coaster. The hard truth? If you're stuck constantly questioning where you stand with her, then you already have your answer. I know that might hit hard, but you deserve clarity. You deserve effort. You deserve a woman who shows up for you, not just when she's lonely or bored or needs a distraction, but when things are stable, good, real. So here's what I want from you. Start paying attention to what she does, not what she says. Stop trying to prove your worth to someone who can't even see it. And most importantly, start treating yourself like a man who deserves to be valued. If anything in this video hit home for you, drop a comment, share your story. I want to hear from you. This isn't just a one-way talk. This is a real conversation. And I'll be down there responding, because these things matter. You're not weak for caring. You're not foolish for trying. But now you know better, and it's time to move like it. Let's talk in the comments.